some people just turn up just because they're with you. They show up at your office. They show up, at your game. No respect. That's a big red flag. So you're a problem child of God if you do that. That's a red flag for me.
Okay, all right. That's number one.
The other one will be a man who disrespects people. Not just me, but for instance, the way you treat a waiter, a waitress. There was this guy that I really, really liked. We went on a couple of dates. And the way he spoke to a waitress who got the menu wrong was just a big deal for me. And that was it. I blocked him. I mean, I can't stand disrespectful people. If you can't disrespect somebody you think is down there, then you can't respect anybody. You have no self-respect. And that's a big problem for me. So a lack of respect for people you assume are below you. That's a red flag for me. Okay. And a man who eats too much.
Hey, babe.
Why are you eating so much?
Nanaba, I'm ready to debate you on this, right?
No, yeah, but why are you eating so much? There are people who will just sit down and consume a big loaf of bread just because the bread is in front of you. That's too much for me to handle. What's funny? It's a serious thing.
This is coming from someone who eats about 7 times a day.
Because I don't eat in large portions.
Okay.
Not large portions. And that's how human beings must eat. You don't sit and consume a bowl of fufu at a go. You must eat, in
installments.
Moderate portions. If it's fufu, tennis size. Banku, tennis size. But don't sit down and consume 3 balls of kinky at a go. That is a red flag for me. I mean, it's probably not an issue, but it's a big deal for me. But I can't take that.
So obviously, a red flag is a warning of some looming, problem.
This person you cook every time. It's a serious issue.
So is the labor intensiveness of the relationship that this is warning you about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an issue for me.
Okay. Where are we? Are we on the 4th one? Is that the 4th one?
That's the 3rd one.
That's the 3rd one.
The 4th one is the person who dwells on past relationships. Always, dwelling on past relationships. Oh, when I was with my girlfriend and she did this, or that girlfriend didn't even behave like this. That's a red flag. Why can't you focus on this relationship? Why are you dwelling on the past? Why are you comparing me with your previous relationships? And the very last one, Kojo, don't laugh.
Wait, is that the red flag, or you are just warning me not to laugh before you tell me?
I'm warning you not to laugh because that's a serious red flag.
Okay, all right, go on.
I don't even know if I should say it because it may become a headline.
Too late now. You've got to say it. Come on.
See, a man who expects you to do things he sees on Pornhub. What is wrong with you? I'm dropping the line. I'm done. I've taken you through my list. That's it.
Wait, stay right there. Stay right there. Just before you go.
I have to go.
Just before you go.
I think you're not being fair to her. Why are you laughing?
Why am I laughing?
She shared her red flags with you.
Why is he laughing?
Yeah.
Especially when I want him.
I'm laughing because you referenced a specific source. Of material that you don't want to be asked to repeat. Why that source in particular?
It appears to be the most popular source.
Okay. Now again, why is this a problem? I mean, if a woman were to say, "Look, I want my man to dress like this superstar, or I want my man to have this car that I've seen this, celebrity driving," would that be a red flag as well? In the same way that a man...
That's a red flag.
Really?
Why do you want to see your man drive a certain car?
Well, maybe you have a certain dream of the kind of man you'd like
to have.
No,
the woman is materialistic. You can never satisfy her. Because you get a C class and the next time she wants an E class. She wants you to drive an E class. The next minute is an S class. Then a Maybach. That's a hellhole. You need to get out of it. That's a red flag.
Nothing wrong with
because your woman should be comfortable with what you have.
A woman can be ambitious.
You can be ambitious. Well, be ambitious for yourself. Don't be ambitious for somebody else. They must live within their means. They also have their goals, they have their ambitions, and probably a car is not that ambition. And so you need to respect what people have. If you can't, then move on. I'm sure there are other men who drive, that brand of car, and you'd be happy with them. But I don't think any woman or man should pressurize you to drive a particular thing or dress in a particular way. It's like telling me to wear a pair of trousers every day. I can't even walk properly.
So where from this last red flag of yours, what is it that made you add this to your top 5?
Could you don't bring yourself this morning, please.
I think he's making it personal at this point.
Oh, no.
Mama, I am shocked.
I'm confused.
I have given you my list. Why are you so focused on the last one?
Well, I asked you about each one, didn't I? I asked you about each one. So I'm curious about this last one.
You've just gone round.
I'm curious about this one.
Why?
Because it's very interesting. Even you thought that it might end up being a headline.
Because anytime I say it, people just can't control themselves.
Exactly. So don't be surprised that I'm curious. What let this one make it onto your list?
What did he say? Can you hand over to Mamavi? Mamavi, I'm sure has a question. Because I'm done with you this morning.
There's conflict of interest inherent in the question.
Okay, I'm handing over to Mamavi.
Oh, we're done with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen. I'm also curious. What would you advise men to look out for as red flags in women?
Maybe the opposite of everything that I've said. A woman must be respectful. It doesn't mean she's going to grovel to you, but you need to respect all, but definitely not grovel to none.
I want to read messages.
Also, if you're a woman who is constantly demanding
what?
Demanding, that for me will be a problem.
Demanding what though?
Demanding money.
Okay.
Every single time she has a new bill. She has a new bill. I mean, I'm not saying that men shouldn't pay bills, but sometimes it gets a bit much. Like every single time this person's mother is sick, and sometimes they are not sick. But it's just one demand after the other. And that's a big problem for me. It's a big problem for me. But I guess everything that I've said, the opposite of everything I've said is true for men as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, this is fascinating. You won't allow me to ask about that last one. But
I have a question.
Feel free.
Mamavi has a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you run or you try to correct these things that you identify as red flags?
For some, I run. Like the disrespectful part. It's in their DNA. There's nothing you can do about it. There's really little you can do about it. It won't take a prayer to change a disrespectful person. They just feel that they've attained certain things, they are at a certain height, and so anyone below them should be treated with disgust. And that really is a turn off for me. The way you talk to your janitor, the way you talk to your house help matters a lot. And if I see that, I just know that I have to run because you will do it to me at some point. And the one thing I cannot stand is disrespect from any human being. Because I like to respect people and I want it back.
Okay. This is Kojo's voice. And the last on your list, do you run or you try to negotiate?
You are not a good person. I thought we were friends.
You see, out of the frying pan. No, we are curious though. Is that the kind of thing you could change in a man,
Which
or
one?
would you run for the hills if a man started giving you Pornhub wish lists?
Of course I run. Do you want to kill me?
Kojo, it's okay. Kojo.
What? Okay.
Kojo. Oh yeah.
Mama V.
I won't ask it. I won't ask her whether it's not for a good cause.
Whether Abaze.
No, nothing. All right, Ray, are there some messages coming through from Naba? Do people have questions for her?
Oh, I've been asked to leave you two alone.
Who?
Oh, that's it on WhatsApp.
Any other messages for Nanaba?
No, not
All
this
right.
one. These ones are from Adjetey. He says disrespect is key. Parkwesi, of course, I mean that's also what she said. Parkwesi Aya says disrespect, lack of communication, and mood swings. And yeah, the men are the ones putting the messages here actually. Yeah, but Mamavi mentioned the last message on the console.
Yes. We're moving on from that. Nana, thank you so much for making time to join us.
Thank you. Mamavi,
I know you're in a hurry to go somewhere.
have a lovely day.
You
Kojo,
too.
whatever day you want to have it. Ray, have a beautiful day.
You too. Bye bye. That's Aba Anamoah with her top 5 red flags. Very interesting, eclectic list. There.
Real, actually.
Yeah. A lot of them would actually be very clear red flags in anybody. You know, the disrespect one. I mean, I'm definitely going to put that one in my head.
Well,
interesting.
I have my list too. Unfortunately, I won't be able to share all with you.
Okay, give us
because I
a
have
few.
to leave.
Give us a few.
Oh,
before you go.
I like guys who are clear. Do you get it? You have to be clear. You have to be consistent. If I see that you're not consistent, is a red flag
How
for
is
me.
that? Okay, so the
and when you talk
consistency is
too
the
much,
issue. Is the red flag. Consistency is the red flag.
Inconsistency.
Inconsistency is
In
the
you.
red flag.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I wanted to be
And
sure.
when you're not clear.
Ah.
When you're not clear.
Like how?
Oh, as one
Not hitting the nail on the head.
I mean, just go straight to the point. Like whatever it is that you want to say,
In a crack
give it to me. Thank you. That's it.
Red flag.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah.
So Mama B wants you to hurry up so she can reject you. Don't delay her rejection. She wants to do it quickly and move on with her life.
Rejection, prejudice right from the beginning.
I mean, we don't have time for your, you know.
but guys, I'm visiting the Volta region.
Oh yes.
Ah.
Mama B is abandoning us as usual.
Oh, I'll bring you lots of pictures and videos showing the beautiful Volta region ahead of Independence Day. You know, we're hosting the Independence Day celebration this year. So
I want Igbe biscuit.
Okay. Ray, what should I get you?
I don't know. Will you pass through the place that they get the
Pots?
No, pot.
Yeah. I thought you were going to talk about the flower pots.
The kettle pot.
The woman.
Oh, I thought you meant the port.
Then I'll bring you the sea defense.
Yeah. And that has a CU already.
It's not a bolo. There's one other one. I've forgotten. Yeah, it's a bolo, right?
A bolo.
Yes.
Okay,
Would
you
I-
want a bolo?
Yes.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring some mangoes as well. So,
Like
hey.
a sim boy. Somebody is
Yeah.
going to vote a
Will you pass through the place?
All right, we're going to find out more red flags, but we have a few that have been sent through. We'll hear them shortly. Right now, though, we're joined by celebrated Ghanaian actor Adjetey Anang, and known by his most popular character, by the name of his most popular character, Pusha. Adjetey, what a pleasure. Good morning to you.
It was a pleasure. Good morning to you, Kojo.
Charlie, how's the family? How's everyone?
Doing well by his grace.
We thank God. Charlie, red flags. So Nanaba has come through and told us about her red flags that she will look out for in a man. Of course, you are a man. So if you were advising some young, gentleman who is starting out on the dating scene like you were some years ago, what are the red flags that you would have?
Okay, so for me, if you would be, we're in the age of social media, and so keeping secret passwords.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she gets a call, I can answer, or I can even access her phone because it's a password that I need to ask her for before I can, all these are signs, of the red flag zone.
I see.
So that would be one.
So, the idea of the red flag is that it gives you a warning of some potential problem that this partner might pose in the future. So what would be the potential problem?
So the potential the potential problem would be that there's something that she's hiding. And mostly, and I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
Mostly it would be, now when I say I'm speaking from experience, I'm not saying that she was the one. I was the one who was hiding something.
Right. Okay. It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but it goes both ways. So normally maybe there's a relationship brewing, or there's this friend that we're so close, and I don't want any interference. I just want to keep this relationship on the side, just being this special relationship. So that builds up, and when that builds up, then it can blow up in our faces. And so there's a potential of a third party, or third parties, being kept.
So not sharing passwords, restricting access to phones. That's your first red flag.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. What else have you got?
Yeah. The next would be friends. And so I have a friend, and especially the opposite gender. If I have a lady friend, and she's not aware of this lady friend, she doesn't know this lady friend, or can't know this lady friend, and it seems that we're close, we have conversations, and yet I don't know who this friend is. There's cause for alarm.
Right. Friends you
Because
don't know.
human beings, I mean, things can build up.
Friends you don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making notes. What else? What else is a red flag for you?
And one other would be, and this is not what I've experienced, but I've seen a few people go through, is when, especially during the dating process, somebody raises their hand, and so they hit you over, some provocation, or because you can hold on your temper, and you hit her once. Second time you do same, red flag. Because
violence.
These things don't stop. They don't disappear magically. They're just the ground, the foundation that you're building, and then it gets worse when you get into marriage. It's that happens. And so once there's a lifting of the hand, you should know that there's danger ahead, and it has to be dealt with.
That's interesting, actually. I wonder, some people think that if a man raises his voice when he's upset, that might be a red flag suggesting that he could be violent. Do you think that it works that way? Do you think that is a possible red flag?
Well, it could be. I don't think that it's, we can say that 100% red flag. I mean, the people who can raise their voices, but they're in check of their actions, and therefore it wouldn't lead to hitting you. But of course, once the temper, then we have to look at that, because if it's prolonged for a large period, it grows. And so immediately we have to deal with it, because it could get into those places. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Any others? Maybe we can take two more.
Communication. So there's, you don't want to have a situation whereby you receive a text saying, "Where are you?" because they have no clue where you are. And I think that it is important that if you're moving from point A to point B, I'm just leaving work, I'm heading to this restaurant, I'm meeting A, B, and C. Every now and then, each party knows where you are and your whereabouts. Not that we're poking noses into, your personality, but we need to know where we are at every point in time for safety reasons as well. There are people who have not communicated where they are, and a friend also have seen them somewhere, and they've communicated to the wife that, Charlie, open that day here, they're around, and that was trouble.
Right.
So you have to have that, peace and transparency. Just make sure that you're communicating every now and then, and you don't get where are you.
Yeah. That's interesting, actually. That's one to think about. That if the question, "Where are you?" keeps coming up, that could be a red flag. That's very right. Interesting. I like the logic of it. Yeah. Okay. One more.
One more would be, so social events, for example. There's a tendency for, when we go into the public, and then you leave your partner alone. I mean, it's like he or she doesn't exist. You're into the companies of other people, and it's like that doesn't exist. I personally had an experience whereby it got to a time where, when we step out into the public space, and my fans are all over me taking pictures, and then she's just in her corner. She doesn't exist. And you have to be conscious that these things affect them. It's as if, this is your spotlight, so I'm not supposed to be part of it. But you have to pull them in and make them feel special, especially when there are cameras around. This is the only way you can show to the world that this is the person that is dear to you, and you want her to be in the spotlight with you, because we both work towards this. And sometimes we easily, let that slip away and make them feel neglected.
So somebody who kind of forgets you're there when they are with you in a social setting, that would be a red flag.
That's right.
That's interesting. I've made some great notes here. You've talked about access to phones, friends you don't know, violence or tempers, communication, the where are you question, and of course how to treat them during social events.
Exactly.
These are your 5 red flags. Now, which of them would you say you can work on, and which ones would you say, my brother, run?
Charlie, I think that for me the hitting would be run.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially when we're just dating, and the hitting, you have to run.
Yeah.
You have to run it. Yeah.
Yeah. But the others, I suppose, you believe they can be worked on.
Yeah, we can work on that. Yeah, we can work on that.
Charlie, thank you so much. I've made such
You're
great
welcome.
notes here. I know you have a class coming up, so I won't take too much of your time. So I'll leave you to go and educate those young minds. And that is Adjetey Anang. He's a celebrated Ghanaian actor. And for just about 10 minutes there, he was our guest, giving us his red flags on the Super Morning Show. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've got maps. I've got maps with us who has to go in just a minute. So maybe we'll get you to run through your list of red flags real quick.
Okay, so like I was saying earlier, Kojo, someone who doesn't communicate well, right? So you can go a week without talking to me. That's a major red flag for me. And also, if we're going on a date or we went out for lunch or something, someone who puts their phone face down, right? Still in the same... Yeah, someone who puts their phone face down because it's like, what don't you want me to see? It's like, so you put your face down because your other girl might call you. You understand? If you don't mind, just put it like this, so that people can see that, who's calling. And those same people, what they do is that they put their phone on Do Not Disturb. So their calls don't even come through.
Wow.
Right? Cool. And then
Flight mode,
yeah. Always texting when we're together. Right, you're texting someone or you're always on your phone when together. But when I'm not around and I send you text messages, you take like hours to respond to me. That's a major, major red flag for me. What's the other one that I was thinking about again? So the what are we question, right? Someone who doesn't want to define the relationship. So what are we doing? Are we just having sex? Are we in a relationship? Do you see this, going forward? Or do you just want company? Do you just want a cuddle buddy? What exactly do you want?
Cuddle buddy?
Yeah.
What world are we living in now?
So what exactly? You need to define the relationship. So if you don't define the relationship, that's a major red flag for me. Cuddle buddy is someone that we just like, oh, Charlie, I had a really bad day today. Do you want to cuddle?
Hey. So why do you do it?
I mean, well, like my house or your house, Like, where do you want to go? Yeah.
Do you have a cuddle buddy?
No, I don't have a cuddle buddy.
Not now.
Yeah. No. I don't, because I'm a very emotional person. So I don't believe in cuddle buddies. And you know that when you cuddle with someone, like a lot of emotions are released. And then you're like, oh, I have something with this guy. No, because I'm very emotional, I don't have a cuddle buddy. Yeah.
Wow.
What happened to the pillow and the other alternatives that have been provided to us?
No, sometimes you need warmth.
I think technology has taken over.
you need warmth. I think my last one is someone...
Heated blanket, for example.
You need warmth that can talk to you and tell you sweet words.
But it's not your boyfriend or husband.
Hey. I mean, if you're single,
guy who comes and cuddles and goes home.
Yeah.
And guys agree to this.
Guys usually prefer this because that means like no strings attached. We just cuddle and then I'm out. And for the guys, it's like, oh, I don't have to commit, so I'm cool. Do you get it? And I don't have to like work hard.
And they get fulfillment from cuddles.
Yeah, some guys do.
We may be going off topic, but I mean, it's an interesting one.
You learn something new every day.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe somebody's red flag is a man who doesn't know what a cuddle buddy is. So let me learn.
Yeah. And then the last one, which is a big one, is someone who doesn't want to grow. You understand? Like someone like you're trying to, motivate them, like let's do this, let's do this. It's a major red flag because what happens is that you end up growing and then you guys end up growing apart. Because when I met you, like last week, or when I met you a year ago, this is where you were, right? So I'm trying for us to grow together. But if you don't want to grow together, as I'm growing, you are not my type again. Not really not my type, but we're growing apart. We don't have the same values, or we're just growing apart. So yeah, those are like my few major red flags. But my biggest red flag is communication. If someone who can't communicate is a major red flag. Yeah. Or someone who just like read your message, they don't respond. Like, Charlie, we're all busy, yeah? We're all busy, but like you have to make time for me. If we're together, you have to make time for me. Yeah, that is why I'm single, because Accra boys and men don't know how to communicate.
Ayo,
when we send the message, you don't respond immediately. You.
Are you my boyfriend? Why should I respond to you? Are you my boyfriend?
Oh, sir.
On that.
Now, this one that you are so to personalize the matter. I was genuinely making a comment.
Raymond, they said you should define the relationship. She has defined it for you. You are not her boyfriend.
Kojo, hope you and the team are doing well. For me, my red flag is when you're having a conversation with a man and whatever he says, you continue to listen. And when he's done with his part and you come in to also bring your thought, you say, oh, trasu, or you're nagging too much.
For more the assemble. Now when if you no pay any red flag. Anyway, I just started laughing when I heard that. Yeah, the name is Kwesi from Accra. Good morning to you guys. You guys are doing great.
My red flag is so simple. A lazy man. A man who is lazy, who doesn't want to work. He always have an excuse why he didn't go to work.
Guys, good morning. Before I got married, my red flags was one, a man who doesn't like bathing twice a day. And then the second one is, you see some of the guys, I don't know whether it's flames in their throat or whatever, I don't know. Then he wake up in the morning and be doing that annoying Charlie. The way it irritates me, I hate it with so much passion. But how for do? Now you are in it.
She doesn't like the crow sound, but now she's in it. How for do? Oh goodness! Listen, keep them. Oh God!
Or maybe yellow now.
Yellow flags now. Please keep them coming. Keep your voice notes coming. 055 1111 997. Send through your voice notes. We'll share them on the show. Quick happy birthday to Bella Ahu, who is the CEO of Traffics Catering. That's from George Wiafe. Happy birthday to you. All right, Charlie. Red flags. I still can't get over Nanaba's last red flag. Don't come and make any acrobatic sexual requests from any websites.
People go to
advertisers.
Watch and see things, and they want to use you as a guinea pig. Can you believe that? Some actors and actresses, they are professional workers. That you want
something
to make mere mortals to replicate the actions that
they have practiced
and rehearsed for years,
taken various chemical assistances to achieve.
How?
Oh dear. Listen, call us with your red flags. 0302 216 541 055 1111 997. And if you have an interesting red flag, we'd love to know the story behind it as well. You know, that last caller that last voice note about the sounds,
the how for do kind.
I would have loved to know the story behind that one. So tell us what your red flags are, the things that as soon as you see, you start to suspect that you are dealing with the wrong one. Tell us about them, and let's see if we can learn a few lessons from each other. Mohammed is on the line from Kumasi. Mohammed, good morning. Hi, can you hear us, Mohammed?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Fantastic. It's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, actually, I think this is the first time I've been able to make it through.
Wow, welcome to the family, huh?
Thank you. I really enjoy your show.
Thanks. So, red flags.
So actually, it's funny. You see, one of it too is when you are trying to make a relationship work. Then this lady tries to deal with you the smart way, in the sense that when you talk all the time, then she begins to, whenever maybe perhaps there's something you are not doing, maybe in the aspect of giving her money or something like that, she then finds another guy who gives her that money, but not the commitment. So she tries not to be speaking to you for a long time. Maybe every day you speak, that she'll be making it 3 days, 4 days. You call her, she doesn't pick. You call her, I was busy doing meanwhile nothing.
Wow.
That's one of it.
I see. Is this a personal experience you've had?
Oh, no. No.
Okay.
No. I'm the type who is very dignified. I don't want to take advantage of women unless I have intention of marrying you. And before marriage, I will not touch you.
Okay.
I'll give you that respect.
Nice one, Mohammed. May we have more men like you. All right, let's come to Accra. This is Michael. Michael, good morning.
Good morning. It is Mark.
Oh, Mark. Forgive me. All right, Mark. Charlie, red flags.
Charlie, for me, two things. Your answer to where are you, and then you say I'm somewhere.
Hey,
Charlie.
But what does that mean? I'm somewhere saying.
It's a red flag. Then today I'm going to my auntie. Tomorrow I got somebody who doesn't stay at one place. Please. It's a red flag. It just tells you, Charlie, there will be some trust issues.
So how did you discover that these are red flags? Did something happen?
Well, yes. Over time, I've realized that, yes, people who do that actually are hiding something. So I see them as red flags.
I'm somewhere.
Okay.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Mark. Mark is in Accra. You can call us to 0302-216-541 or 055-1111-997. And keep your voice notes coming through as well. I think we have Now on the line. Now, where are you calling from?
From Osu.
Osu. Yes. All right, talk to us. Red flags.
I hate a guy who goes to the sink to wash his hands. He gets time to use the sponge to wash the plate, yet he won't wash his hands, yet he won't wash the plate and leave it in the sink.
So he can wash his hands at the sink, but leave the plate, the dirty plates. That's a red flag for you, eh?
Yes. And then a guy who will wait for his woman to come home. There is food in the fridge. Instead of him shooting some to eat, he will wait for the woman to come and say, I'm hungry, can you please eat food for me? I hate it.
So a guy who will not serve himself wants his woman to serve him. That's a red flag for you.
Yes.
Hey. Now it's hardcore. Love it. Thank you, now. All right, let's go to Ashaman. Hello, Hamza. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
My brother, Charlie. What are your red flags?
Kojo, it's just simple. When I call you somewhere around 9 p.m. and the number you were trying to reach is on another call, please call back later. Hey, my heart.
Hey.
Just simple.
Hey, this one they explain. So if you call your woman after 9 p.m.
Yes,
and she's on the phone.
Yes.
It's a red flag.
The number you are trying to reach is on another call. Please call back later. Or what do they say?
Yeah, they say exactly.
You can wait or you call back later.
Yes, it's actually Mama V's voice, that says that on your network.
Oh, I see. Yes, and so if I just hear this, yes,
that's a red flag.
Double red flag.
But why?
Kojo, it's personal experience. Maybe I have to share it with you later. This is Hamza.
Okay.
The Barcelona fan.
Yeah.
We fell yesterday, but no problem. So when I call you 9 p.m. and your number is on another call, then I should call back later. Hey,
double
red
defeat.
flag.
Oh, God, I wish Mama V was here to discover that her voice is somebody's red flag. All right, Michael is in Kumasi. Hi, Michael. Good morning.
Good morning.
My brother, red flags.
Red flags. They are playing to the just one.
Go on.
When she tells you not to contact your exes, but she's the one contacting her exes instead.
When she says what?
Don't contact your exes.
Okay.
But she's the one contacting her exes.
But she is contacting her exes.
Very good.
Your ex bad, my ex good. Okay.
Very good.
Okay, Michael.
You can make a track out of it.
Oh, God. Thank you. Let's go to Agbogba. Hello, David.
Joe, how are you?
Charlie, my bro, we did. Surrounded by red flags. What are yours?
Charlie, can you just imagine? Ladies who come to you, and even when they cook for you, they want to pack some home. You invite them for dinner, lunch, or whatever, and after eating, drinking with you, they want to take away. Now, when you see those people, master, don't venture. Yeah, master, no. You give her money to cook for you in your own house. And when she's going to her house, what she's come to cook, she's packing some to her house. Now you invite her dinner or lunch. After you then she calls the waiter and tells the waiter, Charlie, can you do some takeaway? What's our order be? Not a call. Master, don't ever take some.
But David, maybe she just wants something to remember you by.
My dear, listen, I have this serious experience. I was dating somebody. Now, nipa konanga no optimifio. Weekly no.
Yeah.
Later me question onumo ato asase. Yes. She's bought a plot of land at Oyibi.
Oh, wow.
I started foundation without me even knowing. So me money is gonna say me for upkeeping, No, or the top blocks.
An enterprising woman.
Meanwhile, me talk cement one bag before. The girls these days, the agendas they have, they matter don't go there. Don't go there. So when you invite her for dinner and that's not say or take away pay, who says how bad way they matter? Thank you, brother.
Oh, wonderful, David. Thank you for calling. All right, let's go back to Kumasi. Hello, Kofi.
Hello, handsome Kojos.
Handsome Kofi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very fine. Very fine.
Good.
My red flag. Your wife having lock on her phone, putting a password on her phone. Unless the password is removed, you can't, go into the phone, even if somebody calls. And then another one is when your wife gets a call and she picks and he said, and that is all. She will not say even bye-bye to the person who called.
Maybe it's a work call.
Oh, how can a work call be in the evening 8, 9 when she has come back from work?
Or maybe somebody from church. So they are speaking in tongues.
The person is
oh my goodness. Coffee from Kumasi. All right, listen, let's take some more calls. Let's go to Sege. Hello, Ephraim.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. What are your red flags?
Okay, mine is I'm a Buddhist type. And I'm a type of person I hate talking and nagging. So you are the type that talks too much. So sorry. Bye-bye. And I have this brother too, who is the same type, but I think it's too much. When you talk too much, tomorrow we get there fine, tomorrow we get bye-bye. The next day you will hear this girl, she's a type that loves money too much. That is his red flag. Goodbye. The next day, maybe a lot. But for mine, if you complain too much, I don't think I can.
If you complain too much, I'm sure there are many who will agree with you. Thanks, Ephraim. Let's talk to Nana. Hi, Nana.
Hi.
Yes, Nana, give us the East Legon red flags for the morning.
So, on top of my mind,
yeah,
a person
say a woman who do not recognize that she is a human being who has responsibilities.
What do you mean?
You see, I'm saying a woman who do not understand that as a human being you have responsibilities, personal responsibilities. If you don't understand that and you want somebody to perform that responsibilities for you, it is a red flag for me.
Responsibilities like what?
Basic responsibilities as a human being. When we are children, your parents do them for you, but you are raised, you become an adult, and you start doing them for yourself. Those basic responsibilities. I don't
like
know.
What? Bathing and feeding yourself.
Yes, rent, feeding yourself, clothes. These are basic responsibilities.
Financial responsibilities. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't understand that is your responsibility, first, it's a red flag for me. I'm gone. Second is a woman who's not open-minded. There's only the other than you are not open-minded.
Doesn't want to learn new things.
Red flag. And room for growth. Yes,
doesn't want to learn anything. Things.
If there's no room for growth, I realize you don't have room for growth, I'm gone. Okay. Respect. It's not just about respecting people, but respecting people's view. You know, you don't have to agree, but just respect it. Don't look down on people because of status or age whatsoever. If you are someone who's like that, I'm gone. And I'll say lastly, lazy women. If you are a lazy woman, not my way.
Okay. Interesting, eh? The East Legon red flags are very interesting. All right. Joseph, how are you?
I'm very strong language. I have your opinion.
Solid, yes, sure. And how is Tema this morning?
Oh, everything is cool.
We thank God. Charlie, red flags.
Yeah, my red flags. A lady who cannot cook for herself, asking for chop money, airtime, and even transportation before the lady will come and pay you a visit, unless you send it here in TB before. Another thing too is a lady whom you cannot talk about what she wears. I mean, what is in her wardrobe, the outfit. No. Map says something, and I have experience with that. You send her WhatsApp message, she'll come online, read, doesn't answer. Sometimes online, you will not even put on yours to see whatever you are trying to communicate with her. And sometimes when you send her message and those messages are hitting her before she comes back to answer. I mean, those kind of ladies here. You better work on. Otherwise, you hurt yourself.
Interesting. Thank you for that.
Yes. I didn't hear most of them talk about abuse in relationship. And this is key. This is a major red flag. Abusive behavior or aggression. Never enter or settle in relationship with anybody who is abusive. It may not even be physical, verbal, emotional, psychological. Why? Because they destroy people's self-esteem. And you need self-esteem to be able to parent your children. When once you lose what makes you because of how the other person treats you, then you've jeopardized your relationship and even marriage at the end. And then there is another bit I didn't hear. So they were trying to say, but it wasn't straightforward. So let me clarify that. And that has to do with dishonesty, lack of transparency, frequent lying. You catch a person and the person, smuggles out of your hand. You've got to be very careful. Once somebody begins to dabble into things that you can't trust, you've got to pause and then ask yourself whether it's worth the trouble getting into that relationship. There are people that they will receive a call. The network is very good, but because they know who is calling is somebody that will raise question marks. Oh, the network is very bad. The network, they run into the toilet. They run into the... No. Dishonesty and lying is something you should never tolerate. Because that will certainly bring distrust to the relationship tomorrow. And trust is one of the fundamental pillars in marriage.
Yeah.
Then there is these toxic behaviors, manipulation, gaslighting, narcissistic tendencies. Don't do that. People who abuse you and pretend they don't know they're abusing you.
Right.
They manipulate you. They manipulate to get their ends. And you are watching and you are thinking you are in love. You are in death. You are not in love. Don't ever compromise on those levels. Those are unhealthy lifestyles that you should really be wary of. Otherwise, what you condone in this relationship may be the reason why you die early in marriage or probably become a very different person. There is this other one I didn't hear come out very clearly. Constant put downs, frequent criticisms, subtle or passive aggression that will affect. I mentioned self-esteem before. You are always put down. They don't introduce you to friends. They are ashamed of you. They think you don't measure up. You are not projected anywhere. It's like everything that concerns you should be kept in the inner chambers. Don't do that. You may tolerate it during relationship, but in marriage, you will suffer a great deal. So don't allow that. It's like everything you say, there is always a pin that they are pinching to make you think that you don't think straight, you are not intelligent, you are not good enough, you are not beautiful enough, you are not handsome enough. But they come back to you for what they want to gain. They take advantage of that, over esteeming you and making you feel like you are a part of their life and you should be valued, respected, and projected as somebody who is an integral part of your life. Then there is another one I didn't hear and said maybe in the bid to express themselves, it didn't come out very clearly. Unwillingness to compromise that brings in consideration. They are inconsiderate to your needs. They are just unwilling to compromise. Unless the thing bothers on them, they are not going to bend backward. You know that this person is stingy. He's not stingy because he doesn't want to help. No, he's stingy because he's self-centered and self-opinionated and it's only about his or herself. Don't go there. That's a red flag. Then there's a caveat to this. There are people who are overly dependent in relationship. They are like parasites. They eat off you. It came out. That is a very dangerous sign because then the person feels incapacitated. He said, life is so stressful that you can't carry yourself and carry another person to 100%. So anybody who is overly dependent, be wary of such a person. Because we all have potentials to make progress and to achieve things. But if you are thinking that most, especially women, have this tendency, they think that their hair should be sponsored by a man, their nails, their shoes, their food, their this. No, you don't do that. You're going to kill the man before time. Whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. It's not to go and carry a whole burden that will crush you because life already is stressful. So these things should be looked into. Every woman listening to me, please put value on yourself. Put value on yourself. Come as a support to your man. I know that seasons are different. You may not have all it takes now, but let there be an effort towards you wanting to upgrade yourself and becoming better so you can help out also. Then another red flag, even as I've said that, are stingy men. You see this man is stingy. You are still hanging around and supporting. You are supporting a stingy, lazy man. I don't know how long you carry that burden. Don't do that. But all of this doesn't mean that you destroy the relationship or break the relationship immediately. There are ways of handling and seeing whether changes could come. There is also another one that is extremely very important to be considered. Disrespectful behavior. Nothing kills a person than disrespect. And people have to understand that the respect must be mutual. But for a man, the core desire of every man, including the sons we give birth to, is respect. When you disrespect a man, you emasculate him. That doesn't mean that the man should not respect the woman, but it's key ingredients in a man's wiring. And then if you also doesn't show affection to a woman, then it's a red flag for that woman. Because the wiring of the woman is to receive affection, is to receive love. And if that is not being shown or given, it's a red flag. Okay? And there's another thing I'll also mention. Difficulty in communication. Communication is to the relationship what blood is to the body. If you are in a relationship, you can't talk freely. You can't share your feelings, your aspirations, your dreams, your goals, your fears, your emotions, your everything. It's a red flag. Because you may condone it now, but in marriage, you are just the two of you and you need to talk. There are people who are in relationship with people that when they want to express their opinion, it's like they are walking on eggshells. They are afraid to express it. Those are red flags. Communication is so key. Very, very key. Very key. Don't neglect it. Don't ignore it, because it will come back to you in ways that you never thought. Unhealthy communication too is very dangerous. It's a red flag. Unhealthy relation and communication has to do with people who talk, they talk carelessly. They don't mind the language they use. And after they come back and say, I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't retract the negativity that was expressed. So you've got to be very careful. Okay? And then there's another red flag I didn't hear at all. Being in relationship with a person who doesn't have friends. Don't think that the person is conservative or withdrawn. No. If a person doesn't have friends, it doesn't mean they have to go all out. No. But they should be long-lasting friends. Because if a person is not the friend type, even if it's just one, it may connote that the person lacks social skills, has difficult personality, or has negative view of other people. So all these things you've got to check out. Hey, I don't have any friend. I'm not a friend type. No, we don't want you to be a friend type. The friendship will make us know whether you can manage relationship.
This is quite a fantastic list. You've given us 10 red flags. The first one was abusive behavior. Dishonesty was the second one. 3, manipulation or gaslighting. 4 was constant put downs, keeping you a secret or making you feel like you're not good enough. 5 was being unwilling to compromise. Being unwilling to compromise. And then number 6 was being overly dependent, a parasite, always expecting your bills and everything to be carried by your partner. Number 7 was stingy men. Number 8, disrespectful behavior, which for a man emasculates him. Number 9 was difficulty in communication, having to walk on eggshells around your partner, or unhealthy communication, talking anyhow. And then number 10, a person who doesn't have friends. Mama Cass, you've given us rich gold to mine on this red flags topic.
Let me add one before you go. Let me add one. This one is very important. Anybody who doesn't show support for you in relationship, support. It may not be money, moral support. There are people that no matter the successes you are making, you share it with them. Oh, okay. You will die inside that marriage because they are either jealous of you or envious of you. And such people are destructive. They can kill you because something just happened in the UK, I think this week, where one of the highly paid schools, I learned the school fees in that school for children is £42,000. And they hired this woman as the head of the school. And the husband woke up and shot their 7-year-old daughter and shot himself. There are people who cannot stand to see you lifted. I'm not sure whether it's this week, but I saw the video and the pictures. Let me not be, but you can look it up. One of the highly prestigious schools in the UK. So a person who doesn't celebrate your successes, celebrate your goals, celebrate anything. You mention the things that God has helped you to achieve, and the person just ignores and then, passingly, makes a comment that shows that they are not even interested. And you are there, you say you are in love. You are in death. They are waiting for your death sentence.
Wow. So to be clear, Mama Cass, these are red flags from which a person must run. Not, try and solve it.
Fly away, don't run, just fly.
Fly. I love it. Mama Cass, listen, I can't thank you enough for your time with us. We really, really appreciate it. These are deep insights. No doubt you have helped some people who may have been wondering where they stand in their budding relationships. God bless you for that.
Appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Always
I pray that they take this into consideration, because the foundation of every society is dependent on marriage and family. But if you make the mistake and you complain about things going on in the society, you would have been a part of the destructive particle.
Indeed.
Let's be careful.
Mama Kathy there. She's the founding president and of the Family Renaissance International. She's a relationship coach and a family life consultant. Of course, her government name is Reverend Mrs. Catherine Onwioduokit.